So the design of the ICL has, has evolved a lot. The original lens that came out of Russia, call that version 1, was then modified to change the way that the foot plates worked and how they positioned behind the iris to make it more stable and more forgiving, if you like. Next, what was noticed was that the chances of producing a cataract in the natural lens increased if the lens was closer. And so what they did was they redesigned the back surface of the ICL so that it was more curved and it was further away from the natural lens. They next went and introduced a small hole in the middle of the ICL. It has a little bit of an optical effect that the brain eventually just becomes completely unaware of within a few months. But this hole means that the aqueous can flow through the hole and that the nutrients from the eye can flow from in front to behind the ICL and still provide a natural environment to the natural lens. That suggestion was made by a colleague in Argentina in the mid-90s, but it was commercialized about 20 years later. The final improvement, which has been very helpful for certain patients, has been that they've designed it with a larger optical zone. It doesn't go all the way to the full range because the thickness would be too much. But for the vast majority of high myopic eyes, we're able now to use a much larger optical zone than before, and this means that the probability that the pupil in the dark will go beyond the edge of the lens is much, much lower. And so the incidence of glare and night vision disturbances has gone way, way down. So the EVO Plus, which is, if you like, the furthest evolved ICL, is really, it's a latest generation and really amazing technology.